time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is... not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this...
Can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Windblade! That seemed to work. I miscalculated.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
This is bad.
Boba, get them! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Cool it. Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is... the energy! That light from your body! It's like the time in Julian Karst! Wow! It's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
That's right. Miscalculated.
Boba, get them!
Oh, so sorry. Freeze.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with it.
Once you've adapted, try to use that in battle.
Look at me. Just... out of the frying pan, into the fire! Tracy! Nice and spicy!
Disappear!
Exercise caution! I fear that the god's power has reached its peak! In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Yes.
Nice and spicy!
Good nature! The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it...
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove, but I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective.
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. The animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two.
Each of the 7 nations has its own.
Though your point is the very height, as Adepti, we've become a...
All right, all right.
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps, although I am a mere...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Did...
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their... When danger is near, thanks for protecting Liyue.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be...
Huh?
Because we are adept.
Oh.
You see, this the country of contract, although their blood is weak. There is the time of contracts between...
Your line of inquiry is a...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave.
Yes, one understands. One fears that by the time one... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart?
All right, Mooncarver, you need...
Looks like the... Oh, right! Child wanted to... But we were able to... Oh, and speaking of that... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless right of... Party that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli...
Doesn't the Northland Bank... Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about... We had better go and make...
Come to think of it. Come to think of it.
Feel free to take a look around.
You call this cooperate?
Oh, it seems...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
It's you. Ah, right.
Well, if it isn't y-
Paimon.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, Besides, I thought we were nothing personal. We just the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement, Mora.
What in the world are you...
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider it was Liyue, so I feigned my own death. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to... That's right.
So you mean that it...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child...
In the end, take the Adepti for instance. Credit is also due to... This meant I could remain. All of these things turned out. I had expected them to do... They seized the opportunity to supplant...
Huh?
Hey, what about me?
I think that if you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may.
Well...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to add?
Right! As Zhongli always told us...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For my agreement with the Cryo-Arc. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to uncover that answer for your...
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So Zhongli...
One of the
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to... go there now.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have...
Now that you I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Still, what's so...
Ah, forget it. You know that god from the ocean couldn't have...
Yes.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you I mean, it all fits. Still, what sort of...
Ah, forget it. Guessing... You know that god...
Yes. And
say, do you...
Now that you I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of...
Ah, forget it. You know that god...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might...
Now that you I mean, it all fits. Still, what sort...
Ah, forget it. You know that god from...
Yes.
Say...
Now that you I mean, it all... Still, what sort...
Ah, forget it. You know that god from the ocean...
Yes, and to think that this...
Say...
Now that you I mean, it all... Still, what's...
Ah, forget it. You know that god...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the
Say...
Now that you mention it, I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of super...
Ah, forget it. You know that god...
Yes.
Say...
Now that you I mean, it all... Still, what sort...
Ah, forget it.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit.
Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility.
Fatui?
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Hear ye all! The Chi sings words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was having been thwarted in his... Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation? So that something feels off. Why would... Could the Chi sing or... Did Jean... Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700.
We, the people of Liyue...
The long, unending...
Now that we have a... Will you stand with...
So concludes the word. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng?
Huh?
Traveler.
Yikes!
Is that the traveler who they...
So young. The Liyue Qixing always... Name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing...
Roping you in was...
The cleanup of the
If you were looking...
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this! And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the... Right. If the two of you can spare...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Qinyue Kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right.
But why would Morak...
As the Rex Lapis, when I was journeying with you...
Oh, no one? But since you weren't...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made. That is true.
Paimon thinks that we
I fear that continuing your Yes. The Electro Archon...
Paimon thinks...
That is the case.
That said, the Zhongli, since...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with But if a person shows truth, this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's...
But starting from last year...
Vision hunting?
Yes.
They want to seize vision.
I should think that in the...
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the fact that even I, knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else? That said, I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that, you ask? All right then. Was... That said, I hinted as much to the... How did I accomplish that, you... All right then. Was there... That said, I hinted as much... How did I accomplish that, you... All right then. Was there... Well then...
I have gathered, perhaps some of you will have heard.
We built the Jade Chamber?
So the rumors, the
Lady Ningguang, is there
patience? Nevertheless, the building site has been chosen. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, lady.
Only sufficiently large pieces of plaustrite, Adepti Sigils. Although these, I take the set. You may ask.
These things won't be.
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I...
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Yes. Providing...
Really? Then we'll never be short of more...
The construction of... I have a... Remember.
Ningguang seems super busy. First we gotta get out of Yujing Terrace. Huh?
Ma'am, as it happened...
No.
Don't be like that. Why don't you... Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no, no. You've done so much for Liyue Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
When you traversed my old that simply... Fortunately... Oh, I will not go. The teapot that you entered previous...
So, in the eyes of an...
Oh, but that's
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no... What's more, well, for starters, I require some shimmer. You would have to dig, but almost no one, even more. In any case, Smaragdus... goodness knows if that...
Well, since...
Yes.
She...
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. Yanfei?
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written. You became one of Liyue's before finally defeating an ancient god. A shame that if we had. Allow me to introduce my... Oh, yes. Here's my business card. If you have an urgent issue...
All right, Yanfei. Oh, you'll have to excuse Yanfei.
Paimon was gonna...
An Adeptus? He mentioned that they had me, and once I was all grown up...
Well, that's a bit casual.
Well, my Anyway, let's not...
Is that so, Yanfei?
I know, Granny, you've told...
Whoa.
Commercial consult... Krussel. A Snezhnayan merchant. He mentioned that he was... So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me?
Wow. And best... They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the
The energy she gives off,
So what?
I've already told.
Come on, man. It's not about...
I won't...
No more excuses! I know you have money. Yeah, I saw you. Then Shinue, how could you afford to be so...
Master warned me not to but here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's come...
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better.
Oh, you again.
The Millilith. What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business. I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws?
Really?
That would be...
She's so... Wait! That's... Then of course...
Chingson, Glaze...
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's... After all... Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't...
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, Glaze Lily, and Violet Grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's...
My hunger has... Though they...
So, if Paimon...
Because I'm not sure the food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, you're sampling each dish in order to
Return to...
Enough about me.
Oh, right, and...
I see.
Yep, were you interested in...
However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would...
Wow, but having an Adeptus help out...
Then let's not delay.
Great! Paimon bets...
I am not... We simply need to...
Veto!
Really?
Look, Sunset...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there.
Baishu, what are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of...
Huh?
I'm not too sure. Oh, and she...
No.
Ah, the as far as the...
Okay then. Thanks, Baishu.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
So many medicines, but no cure for heartache.
Mr. Crossel.
Oh, good.
You're too...
Miss Yanfei.
Wait, is it...
No, I'm not. The contract in return, I included a clause.
Guaranteed genuine?
Of course. This way, both the client and I have...
In that case...
Oh,
Thanks a lot, Mr.
I've marked Miss Ju Qiao's location on the map. I've marked Miss Ju...
I'll keep this close.
One-win bookhouse.
Feel free to look around.
We're looking for the Liyue
Sorry, dear.
Huh?
The thing is, it barely sold any copies.
Well, that's a shame.
The fact remains that
Who's Cheng
A book collector who lives in... He was a regular customer.
Did somebody say out of print? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of... Apologies, my liege. Where are my men? Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Jingse and pay a visit to Cheng the Ninth? My pleasure,
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide? It's super duper interesting.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Monsieur? My associates and I are very...
The hairpins. I don't know how it... I spent so much money on them. We now have a backlog. A big banquet is... That's what the hairpin... But now that I've lost the...
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja?
Would you really?
Hold on.
Huh? Well, I mean...
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said true. Though surely they're...
Right. I finished reading the contract. Furthermore, and given the rarity...
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
However...
Did you really have to pause? Whichever way you look...
Except that if we found the hairpin...
Please. However much it is, now that it's come to...
Yes, legally speak. So hold on a moment.
What did I feel? My family has seen much...
Smooth. No, it's nothing.
should open a store here.
Ah, Miss Yan. You lost?
I'm sorry.
Mora,
No problem. But before, it was in fact genuine.
Of course.
All right, understood. I'll conduct.
Thank you very.
Looks like I'll have.
Please wait, Miss. It's not.
Miss Yenfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the Orin laid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer. I don't know if Granny told you this, but if mere mortals come into contact with Mr. Chow, did you at any time?
No.
Now that is if I've deduced correctly, he may still.
If that's the case, we should go confront him.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way. And then, after that, he would simply insist that Mr. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of
Well then, since you're.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first.
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for it? Feels like Yan.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to any work commissioned but not bound by a
I understand.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written.
I've had to read through.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or also the idea of someone abusing. But again, let's not dwell on this. Ah, I've got it. Let's pay a visit to Chateau. If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his.
Why, hello.
No, nothing of the.
There's no. That was the first. He was quite generous. Why, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I've heard it said that's
a thin layer of.
If you must see for your.
Is that so? So, did you find anything? So they really.
There's nothing special to it. If these two stones actually look, there may be only a subtle and.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off.
But never mind.
Unusual actions have.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as...
If you could just confirm for...
yes.
Then I have no...
Of course.
Oh, I have... This document shall serve...
yeah.
I wouldn't say that...
With this hard evidence to...
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry... Aha! Got it!
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people come... As you know, Liyue Harbor, but the amendments made by the Tian... As such...
So you help...
Yes, well... You sound surprised. Oh, this has nothing...
Again, with that cat?
Well, that's that then. Let's go...
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble from then on? Has a merchant by the...
Crossell. The design of this order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's Miss Sinksy. I'd like.
Yes, I'm sure of it. Mr. Krosel, I also kept a copy for my own records. The inlaid gemstone.
Thank you, Sinksy. No.
Sure, it isn't.
Nothing you need to worry about.
Why is everyone's first reaction?
I believe we have almost a weirdo with this. Because once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this.
My, to what do I... And if it isn't...
No.
Smaragdus, the Seven Mountain, it is abundant in elemental... Anyway, I suppose that you're...
That is indeed the case.
No trouble at all. But after I wonder...
You need...
You're too... Take care now, everyone.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Krosel.
Miss Yanfei, have you...
Yes,
Wonderful.
Of course. Mr. Krosel, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix. Now, the
material I spent a...
Indeed. Only a test. This is a processing rec...
Seriously? In any case, Smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite. He returned...
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence.
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should...
Hard evidence. Something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler. Oh, come on. I meant the backup copy of the document from the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the...
Our second piece of evidence didn't work.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't... Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall... I'm referring to the affidavit signed by Dr. Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. Now... Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortal sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over... Mr. Krosel, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus? No idea, you say? I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but with... However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say... Don't worry, Mr. Krosel. I trust that you'll give the...
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh dear, Mr. Crossell. But if you
Huh? No.
aren't actually in you do, Mr. Crossell.
I...
Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different...
I admit it. I confess. But I'm a victim in all of this. But after receiving it, and I went to Boo Boo Farm. That's why I had another pair of hairpins. I kept the real Smaragdus. I was worried that someone would see...
Exactly!
I didn't... If word got...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there.
10 times.
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to...
20%? That's as much as I...
Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for... However, Mr. Crossell, since you...
What? But all right, then.
Miss Yanfei.
Well,
Thanks so much for your...
Oh, come on. Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no...
Actually, I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. If we could join forces...
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite.
Exactly.
The right solution depends... The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, an Adeptus. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by the title of Adeptus in any case. Don't you think that the Liyue...
Paimon can think of someone who would...
Well, since we got what we came for...
You've returned. Good.
Well, if we're all...
Oh, you.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the law...
Come now,
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness. Yanfei, Liyue. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
Hold it firmly. Take these blueprints with you.
Wait a minute!
Oh.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
Whoa! I can join the team? Oh, yay! Okay, let's go!
Windblade!
Can't wait to give her my gift.
Someone needs assistance.
Someone needs assistance. Time to clean up.
Burn it down! Plastic surge! Incinerate! Rise with the sun! Incinerate!
Tell me what you see.
Wrath from the sky! Take a deep breath and march it all ice on you! All ice on you! Take a look behind the veil!
A little frosty!
Snowed under!
Steady as stone.
A little frosty!
My wait was not in vain.
Another riddle!
Leave it all to me.
If you insist on putting yourself to the test, then tested you shall be.
Need me to get a doctor?
I must leave no stone unturned. I missed a spot.
Pyroclastic surge!
A different color of the spirit rock.
As a dutiful maid would.
Let's rock!
Leave it up to me.
Wind blade! Pyroclastic surge!
Very well. Consider your strength acknowledged.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Not bad. You burn it down. Wrath from the sky. Is this our fate? Not too far now. Wind blade.
You've improved a lot.
Wind blade.
I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. to me.
Tell me what you see. Disappear!
Light of the blazing sun!
Wind blade!
Time to clean up.
Wrath from the sky!
Go! You're free now!
I must
Let's
leave
ride.
no stone unturned.
Rev the engines!
Wind blade!
The end of our legacy.
Wind blade! Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
I'll catch up. Leave it up to me.
Go! You're free now! The time's ticking.
Bow your head.
Wind blade! Disappear! Farewell!
As a dutiful maid woman.
Settle down.
Time to say hello.
Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Let's finish this fast. Let's finish this next time. Here, that was quick.
I'll keep this close.
Dodge this! Cool it!
What's the hurry?